Hey, Kevin here, and here's a little something for your performance edge. And what I'm going to do today is just share a couple things from my journal, from my notes. And I just want to read this to you and hope that it inspires you in some way. You know, sometimes I spend a lot of time writing things out and capturing my thoughts. And when I get inspired by listening to other people, you know, it often gets me on a roll and I'm in a car and then I just start talking to my notes app and all this stuff just comes out. And so here's a few things that I want to unpack, just stuff for you to kind of process and think through. And this is just this is actually fun for me to get to do this because I usually don't typically share it in detail, usually more in concept. But hey, life starts to accelerate when you push and try new things. Life happens in the experimentation, the testing, the challenges, and the uncertainty, the being in motion, right? Being in motion, staying after it. And when you do something and already know how it's going to turn out, it kind of introduces boredom in your life. So stay curious, stay adaptive, stay flexible and open. Keep a learning mindset in place, not just to, ignite yourself in your own life, but to ignite others as well. To ignite those in other relationships. Because sometimes when we're trying new things, when we push and we get out there, other people get jacked about it too. And more often than not, we're afraid to say it out loud because, no one will. We're kind of afraid that, well, what if we put it out there and it doesn't work? But people aren't necessarily interested in that. People are excited about the opportunity and what exists there. So I wrote this down. Prepare just enough to keep your authenticity in the moment. Go into new things prepared, but not over-prepared. And having everything all perfectly planned out sometimes inhibits our ability to be natural and authentic. And I don't know, that might be controversial to some people. Maybe there's some folks out there who are going to go like, what? But here's the thing. I think sometimes that when we are too prepared, it prohibits us, it keeps us from connecting with others in a deep way. I think teaching ourselves to do new things with trust is more important than having a script. And I have been accused of being a little bit off the cuff. So it's okay. It's natural. And there is a tension in that. So lastly, engage your fears with confidence and boldness. Beauty sits on the other side of fear. See, in your relationships, in your career, your finances, and sometimes, our fears can take us on a ride that we don't want to be on. But we have to understand that we are still in the game, however. Sometimes it doesn't go the way we want it to go. But the game teaches us so many lessons that we need to lean into it. And so jump into the action. Choose to take the leap and the experience, because at the end of the day, regardless of the circumstances, positive change happens when you show up and you lean in and you give it a go. There's lots of invisibles all racked up into that somewhere. And as you kind of, get into that, maybe in another post I'll kind of read. I have a lot more connected to this post, but I just feel like that those are three big things. Life accelerates when you try new things. Prepare just enough. Keep your authenticity in the moment, and engage your fears and confidence with boldness, and embrace the change that it all brings. The development, the growth from the inside out. Hey, put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's good stuff. And I just encourage you to journal through that, because there probably is something you need to push and try. And there probably is something you're trying to get a little bit too perfect and a little bit too scripted, where it just needs to be a little more authentic. And maybe, just maybe, you're just not attacking your fear with the level of confidence and boldness that you need to. Lean into that, dig into that. Where does that take you? And always remember, when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. Have a great day, everybody.